party, baby. It's like we're staring at the sun. Everybody's got the invitations, hoping that you're gonna come, yeah. These are the times, these are the crowds.
Hi, welcome again. Boomer to Boomer, life, fitness, and fun. We've got a lot covering today in the fitness section, so our life portion here won't be very long at all. Have an interesting topic to share with you, and that is, why do men resist going to the doctor more than women? Well, that's actually a relevant topic. I'll take me for an example. When I discovered that I had cancer, it was quite by accident. Now, I hadn't had any symptoms. The evening before, I'd gone out for a 2-mile jog. This was back in '07. I was 51. And went out, did my jog, came home, everything's fine. Got up the next morning, had a stomach ache. It just did not get any better. And it kept getting worse until finally around noon, the pain was too much and I gave in, went to the doctor. Appendicitis. And while they were in there getting my appendix out, they noticed something. And that led to my first non-Hodgkin's lymphoma diagnosis. So I accidentally went to the doctor because I was in too much pain to say no. But a lot of studies show that more men are resistant to go to the doctor than women are. Not to say that women, can't be butts about it too, they can be. Men, the data shows they're more prone to do that. Interesting study just came out. I read it on the BBC where they did a study, and I have provided a link to that article in the description of this video. But it oftentimes came down to, whatever reason, when you bar other factors such as, either having poor or no health insurance, other financial incentives for not wanting to get treated, which can still be a dangerous thing to do. But the bottom line was, let's see, how can I best describe why men don't go to the doctor very easily? Is it because they think they're... Hey, 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 hey. Macho, macho, macho man, yeah. I've got to be a macho. I've got to be a macho, macho man, yeah. I've got to be a macho. Maybe, yeah. But anyway, I like to think I'm a good example of that. After my first cancer diagnosis, I went into remission for only about 18 months. It wasn't very long. And then I started noticing other symptoms. I had some swelling in my armpits. My lymph nodes were starting to inflate again. I also developed a very bad gastrointestinal disease about the time my second recurrence of cancer, and that is ulcerative colitis. And I'll tell you more about my journey with UC on another time. But anyway, just suffice to say, guys, if you know there's something wrong with you, don't wait. I waited too long on my second recurrence. I was close to death's door. My niece and one of my daughters were almost ready to draw straws outside my bedroom door the morning they were going to take me to an oncologist finally. They were about to draw straws to see who was going to go in to wake me up, provided I was still alive. So don't wait. I did wait too long. So guys, believe me, it's not worth dying for. It's not worth getting super sick for. As long as you're able to, man, don't waste time. Get to the doctor. Take care of yourself. Well, we're moving on with school, moving towards step aerobics, and so on to the fitness section. Okay, as promised or threatened, whichever way you look at it, I'm going to start showing you the moves for step. Last episode I talked about just the warm-up moves, some of them. Today we're going to go into the basic steps that I'm going to be doing on my channel here. And this is what we're going to be learning today. We'll also be talking about levels of exertion, about little things, tweaks you can do to it. But for the most part, just going to show you what the basic moves are. We can go through them pretty quick because if you need to watch them again, hey, it's YouTube. All you have to do is click the button back on the bar. So we're going to start off, first off, with our basic move. And this move is right and left basic. This is how they almost always start. Now everything is, like I said before, on a one count to where one step up, one down, one down. We're going to start with right basic. Right basic starts on the right foot and comes back down on the right foot. I'll do it, you can follow along. I'll demonstrate right basic now to you. I'll give you the command right basic, right up, left, right down, left. Right basic is right, right. See how that goes? That's your simple right basic. Now, we'll do the same thing with left basic. When I call left basic, left foot comes up first. Left up, left down. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's one more variation here, and that is I'll call alternate step, which means we're going to go back and forth. It'll look like this. Right up, come down, and then left up. See, we're alternating right and left. Okay, that's it. Simple right and left basic with the alternate. Now, there's different levels of exertion you can put into it. This all depends on what level you want to choose, whatever one you think you're comfortable with. You can just do your simple steps up like this, like a right basic, just up and down, or like where I'm at kind of most of the time, I do a little arm curl with it. So I go up and down, a little extra exertion there. Now, if you really want to hammer it, you can do the little uplifts. 1, 2, 1, 2. So you can do this kind of add-ons with most any of the steps, depending which one you want to do. Okay, we did right and left basic. Next one we're going to do is the V step. You remember in the last video when I showed you on the floor the V step and the warm-up? It's the same here on the board. The V step is going to have one foot come up to here. I'll do it. I'll show you. I'll start with a right V step. Here we go. Right V. Right, down. See, I'm making a V with my feet. Now I'll do that same one. Left V. Left. 2. There's your left V. And like on the basic steps, we'll do the alternate V. So it'll be right and then left. There's your alternate V step. It's that simple. Again, most of this is just like learning a new dance, and the thing that you'll be working on if you're new to this game, and that is when we start flowing from one move to another without stopping. So hang with it if you're new. It does get easier. Believe me, if I could learn to do it, you can. Okay, there was the V. Next one I'm going to jump up here and show you is going to be the kick step. Okay, this is just what it sounds like, and that is, say I say right kick. Here's where we're a little backwards from where we have been. Now normally on a right basic, your right foot goes up first. On your right kick, that means your right leg is going to kick. So we're going to come up with our left. So a right kick looks like this. Kick. Kick. There's your right kick. Left kick, same thing. Right foot goes up first. There's your left kick. And your left kick. On that level I was telling you about, here's what I do on my kicks. Like say on my right kick, I throw a little punch into it. That's something you can do. Again, as you get more familiar with it, or if you're a veteran, you know what I'm talking about. But move again at your own pace. Choose whichever level of exertion is right for you. On that same road here, right knee is a move that I use a lot. And it's just like the kick, only instead we're emphasizing the knee, like this. Right knee up, right knee up. And it's the same, left knee, left, left. No problem. Now, we have a side lateral movement. This is a little more tricky. Again, this takes balance. I don't know where your balance is. It all depends on what your age and how good a shape you're in. But our right lateral, what this is, it's a leg raise. We call it the right lateral. I call it the right lateral. And it comes like this. If I say right lateral, my left foot's going to go up. We're going to come up. And at this moment, we're going to go like this. We're going to take that right leg and go out. This is what it looks like in action. Throw your arms out a little bit. It helps with your balance. That's your right lateral raise. Left is the same, just with the left. 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 See the cadence that I'm doing in that one. So left raises, your leg raises now. Now I'm going to turn the board here a little bit because I want you to get a side view of this next one I'm doing. This one's called the back leg raise. And it's just pretty much what it sounds like. Say if I say right back leg lift. Then you're going to come up on your left, going to raise up, and you're going to push that right leg back. Now don't point your foot, don't point your toe. Keep that at a nice L because you want to put the emphasis on your upper leg and your glutes. So in action, a right back leg looks like this. Now you notice I'm not tipping over too far, but I'm really pushing that right leg back. Now you should feel the emphasis, you should feel the pull right in there. And it's the same with the left, like that. Left, pushing it up and letting it come back down. That's your back leg raise. We also do calf raise. And that's pretty much the same, only we're going to emphasize the calf. A right calf raise looks like this. Left foot up, because again, the right is what we've called to do, and it's going to be like that. Right calf, left calf. Or I might go alternate calf raise, so that'll be right, and then left. That's how the flow goes. Move this back around here. Now, I showed you before the last time the grapevine on the floor during warm-up. We do the same thing on the board, only we're going to go up on the board when we do it this time. You cover a little more real estate. It depends how far you want to stretch your steps out. Again, how much intensity you want to put into your moves. So the travel step is kind of like a grapevine, only not so twisty. I'll show you exactly what it means. So if I'm over here and I'm calling and I say travel, then I'm going to come up, move over, and come back down. And here's what the travel step looks like in action. That's what it looks like. Now, for emphasis, here's the way I do my travel steps right now. I do a little extra on it, so I go travel, and I go like this, and then I throw a little punch. Come up, little punch. Whenever you get comfortable, if you're new to this, you can add those little extra tweaks to it that help you out like that. And again, these moves you can practice on your own. Combine them as much as you want to and can is what I would urge to you, because that's how the flow will go in our first step aerobic session. And again, I know I keep saying it, I'm doing this for the benefit of everybody who has not done step yet, but wants to. So, we've gone through the first few of them here. Now we're going to start working a little bit on the end of the board. This one here is called the A step. It's going to be the exact opposite of your V, only in my classroom we do it off the end of the board. Okay? And the A step is just like that. I'll be drawing an A, imaginary like that, and it looks like this. So I'll go A step, up and back. See that? Up and back. That's the A step off the end of the board. Now let me show you a little how that might flow. I'll show you what it looks like to go from the travel to an A step. And it'll be like this. You travel, A step, and then A step, like that. Travel. Okay, see how we're linking our moves together. All right. Another one now I want you to get familiar with, which is really good. And keeping in mind that once you start doing this, you know, got the motors running and everything, it's taxing. It's a good workout. Now we're going to do some where we're actually lengthwise on the board, just like this. One of my favorite ones that I like is called the straddle step. So if I say straddle, left, I normally like to call left and right because with this step, it does emphasize one leg more than the other one. So a left straddle step will look like this. My left foot comes down first, then the right foot, then the left foot comes back up first and up. Here we go. Left, left. This is a left straddle. Now, a right straddle, just the opposite. Right down, right up. Right down, right up. An alternate straddle, be just like the others, left, and we go down right. Then back on the left, and then right. Okay, that's your straddle steps. Now again, I'm not going to show you every move today, just enough to get us going when we start on our first session, which is coming up real soon. FYI, I'm going to be doing a 15-minute, a 30-minute, and a 45-minute aerobic workout in that order as they come out. Now, my style of aerobics is I don't run the routine like it's just a flat road. Mine, which has always served me very well, and that is the level of difficulty and exertion goes up throughout the workout. And then we cool down. So in other words, first off, I have completely neglected to tell everybody ahead of time, a lot of your workouts, your step aerobics that you see out there, a lot of them hover around 128 beats per minute. Now there's, of course, variation from class to class, instructor to instructor, but 128 in that neighborhood is what you can expect to find in most of your health clubs, classes that you're into. That's just average for folks in their 20s and 30s. Now, us boomers, we're going to throttle back just a little bit on that. Still doesn't mean that we're not going to get a great workout, because we will. But in my sessions here on my channel, we're going to be doing warm-ups at about high 90s, 95 to 98 beats per minute, okay? And then the highest I will crank us up to at the most will be 118. I'm not sure if we'll make 120 or not. We'll see. But the beats per minute is what regulates how fast we step. So if I'm doing a straddle step at 90 beats per minute, it's going to be, you know, like this. Here we go. But if we're near the end of the workout, I like to put more effort into the workout, like running up a hill, but the closer we get to the hill, we're not going to slow down. We're going to put more into it. So you saw that. Now about 115 straddle will be. So you see what I'm talking about. So for boomers and post boomers and up and coming ones, my step aerobic classes here will be done in the range from 95 to 115 beats a minute. We're going to be keeping it a good speed for us. Now, this maneuver I'm going to show you is typically going to be at the end of the workouts, and it's the cruncher. And these are your lunges. Now, we'll be marching at that point, and when I call for a lunge, it's like this. One leg goes down. I typically throw up an arm, and then it comes back up. Then the other one goes down, and it comes back up. So your lunge is going to look like this. I'll say, lunge it. 1. There. Now again, on your different levels of exertion, I'm lucky at my age, I'm still popping it up while I do my lunges, and I go like this. See a little, bringing that foot up, a little extra exertion on that. Now I'm also have a notorious reputation for going from the side lunge here to the back lunge. And the back lunge, actually, like that. Okay, sorry, Marlene. The back lunge is the same, only instead of going out sideways, we're going back, and that'll be, here's your back lunge, tipping down. With me, little pop on it, but that's your back lunge. And again, I usually save those for the end. It's that, come on, let's run over the top of that hill. Those are going to be most of the ones that we use. I do a, wow, did I just say that? I did. One of my maneuvers I do is knee movement, again on the length of the board. Remember a few episodes back when I was telling you about the length of the board? Here's where the length of the board comes in with the routines I do. What I'll do is something like this. Say I do a travel, and then an A step, and then in the middle of it, I'll say 3 knees forward. We come back, and that'll be 1, 2, 3. You notice I move down the board. That's why I say 3 knees down. And typically when I call 3 knees down, I'm also at the end of the 3, then I'm going to call over the board, which you go like this, over the board, and then you just simply step up, down, step down, there you go. And then the next, yeah, you guessed it, 3 knees back. 1, 2, and over the board. And 3 knees, and on we go. Going over the board. Here's again another opportunity for your variation. When you're going over the board, you can just simply step over like that. Or I like to add a little extra effort and I pop. You veterans will know what I'm talking about. But anyway, even if you haven't gotten your board yet, you can still practice these moves on the floor. Just kind of imagine where it's at and make that your working area. So, I'm not going to get real deep into everything. These are going to be the basics of the moves that we're going to be starting with. And so now you've got them, you can run the video back, check them out again, practice them. And in the meantime, next video coming up, we'll start our first session. I'll see you then. Hey dudes, dudettes, I'm back, you're back, we're good. Hey, today on Boomer 101, we got the thing that was like lifeblood to everybody, all of us boomers who grew up in the 60s and the 70s. Actually, it goes a lot further than that, but anyway. And we're talking about music, man. man. Now, music pretty much been important to every generation, no matter what it is you like to listen to. But what's really changed, and I don't think it's been changed in a good direction, anyway, and that is now everybody just streams their music and they're walking around and doing this and whatever. And I guess there's like on the different services that you have to pay every time you listen to one song. I don't know. I haven't really gotten into it. Don't want to. I still got my old system. Works good. And that's what I'm talking to you about today, man. And I'm just going to focus on one little small area of it, and you'll see what I mean. I'm talking about record albums, man. Vinyl. 45s and albums. We had those, of course, back in the 60s. They go back a lot further than that. But for us, we changed the whole game on it. We really did. Now, you young cats today, you've been missing out, but there's still hope because vinyl is coming back. They're talking about how big it's coming back and everything, and it's really cool. Now, first off, the one good thing about vinyl is when you buy it, man, you own it. And it's yours, and you can watch it, listen to it, and watch it, album art. You can listen to it anytime you want, and you don't have to have an internet connection, All you need is your record player, your phonograph, man. Now, I don't know, I hear they're putting out new vinyl. I don't know if they're putting it out like they did back in the day, as you people say, but I'm going to show you today. Now, I'm just going to focus on one guy because he had some really great album art. And down the road, when we're back on this subject again, I'll bring up a different one, a different artist with different album art and everything. But album art is what all you younger cats have really missed out on. For us, we would buy the record and then you go home and you listen to it and you check it out, and the whole thing is an experience by itself. And again, this was something you own, something you can put in your hand and feel, man. So today, I'm going to show you guys some great album art from Elton John. Now, you don't have to be an Elton John fan. Everybody I've talked to about Elton John, they either love him or they hate him. I guess I'm kind of in the middle. His music was all over the place, but it was always really good and it was really different. And even though he was British, he sang a lot of stuff about America, really cool stuff. But anyway, I'm going to show you some of his albums and some of his art real quick, and so you'll get to see what I'm talking about. Now, let's take a look. Okay, man, we're going to start like chronologically, This was one of Elton John's real early albums, Don't Shoot Me, I'm Only the Piano Player. And as you can see, it's kind of dog-eared. That's because it's my original, man. I like this one. And when you open it up, you've got all kinds of cool art in here telling you the names of the band and everybody. You got all the songs and stuff. And then you just got some cool pictures, man. There's some early stuff. Elton John, that's when he had hair, and he looks a little different now. And then you come through, and this is Bernie Taupin. This was his main songwriter, man. Really talented guy. And you can see here, it's got all the words to the songs. This one here is from a cool song on the album, man, Elderberry Wine. Drunk all the time, feeling fine, elderberry wine. Check it out, more just pictures and stuff, everything that you can just groove on and look at, and it was just a trip for your eyes as well as your ears. There's a young Bernie Taupin and a young Elton John. And this is, he did a lot of cool stuff, man. He had good imagination, more song lyrics and stuff like that, And so that's the Don't Shoot Me, I'm Only the Piano Player album, man. Now this was his big hit. This is like out of the ballpark, man. This is from 1973, his Goodbye Yellow Brick Road double album. Mine is still here in pretty good shape. On the back of it, you got your songs and stuff, but check it out on the inside. Now this was a double album, man. You open it up,
And there's Elton, and these are the dudes in his band. Dee Murray, David Johnstone, Nigel Olsson, man, I identify with him. He's the drummer, you know. And of course, Bernie. And you open here, these are all the songs that was in the album. And a lot of it's like tattoo art, man. You can check it out. And you got all the lyrics, so you don't have to go looking them up online, you know. It's right here in front of you. Candle in the Wind, Benny and the Jets, all the big hits and stuff. You open it up, man, it's the big double album. Check it out. All the cool artwork, and again, all the song lyrics and everything. And here's your good tattoo art, man. And this is one of the cool songs on the double album, Saturday Night's All Right for Fighting, man. And so, yeah, this was just, you know, very cool. And this one, man, we grooved on this all through 1973. It was probably one of his biggest albums ever. This one came after it, man. Caribou album. He's wearing kind of what we thought was a strange outfit, but that's okay. And you see, he got Bernie back here, man. And Davy Johnstone, Dee Murray, and Nigel were still with him. Ray Cooper joined him. And here, even the record sleeves, man. Whoa, check it out. Even the record sleeves had some cool artwork on it. And here's where you got all the lyrics to the songs and everything on the inside sleeve. So again, cool stuff. This one came out after that one. And this is Rock of the Westies. He had some big #1 hits on this one too, just like he did on the other albums too. And had a little lineup change, but still, lots of cool size pictures that you can see. And again, if you don't see much album art on this, check out the sleeve. There it is again. There's all the guys in the band. There's Bernie, there's Dee, there's Ray Cooper. And he introduces you to the guys that's playing on him in this album here too, you know. So, and then you want to talk about some wild album art. This one came out, Captain Fantastic and the Brown Dirt Cowboy. Check this out, man. I mean, it is just so busy and so crazy. You have to sit here and take time to really watch it and look at it and see. And the back is just as crazy too. And our parents wondered why after we'd smoke something or whatever, we just come back in our room and just stare at these things, you know. But now you figured out. And there's Elton. There's Bernie again. He wrote the music, man, and Bernie was on the lyrics. Very cool stuff. And this has just got a little plain sleeve in it. But again, even the label on the record, check it out. There's the art, you know. So, album art, ladies and gentlemen, all you younger cats, man, you kind of missed out. And I don't know if they're still making them with album art, but I hope so. Okay, there you go, album art. And it was a trip in and of itself, in addition to the music. So, all you younger cats, man, if you can get out there, a lot of flea markets and other places, you can still find the original pressings, you know, just like my old Captain Fantastic, man. It's kind of dog-eared, but it's original. You know, it's older than most of you. But anyway, next time we look at the albums and the album arts, man, I'll have somebody else and show you their stuff too. In the meantime, be careful, be safe, and we'll see you next time on Boomer 101. Yeah, it's interesting. The moment CDs came onto the scene, album art did disappear. They had a lot of canvas to work with, and then it went to that, and I don't know what it is now. Well, that wraps up another session here with Boomer to Boomer, Life, Fitness, and Fun. Next video up, we're going to do our 15-minute step aerobic workout. Tune in for that one. And in the meantime, take care of each other, be kind, and as Brother Red said, from me to you, remember, I'm pulling for you. We're all in this together.
Welcome to the strangest party, baby. It's like we're staring at the sun. Everybody's got the invitation, hoping that you